Hi everyone, welcome back. Hello Boulder and Delta, hello Belade Vap, Kiwi of the Dead as usual, Boulder Dash, the original Stumbles, TM, and Yeetus Deletus. Danky Kang! This playlist is called, let's see, hang on, the name made me laugh. Upbeat video game music for Stop Overthinking. And it features a gif of Donkey Kong himself eating a banana. That just repeats on loop forever. So yeah, hi everybody. She addressed me first and twice. She loves me the most. Yeah, that's how it works. Every week I pick one person to say hi to twice, and they're the chosen one. For Stop Overthinking. Ooh, bananas is Edith. So last week, you guys probably remember, I was painting Sally Mander. She's right here. She's almost done. I realized I wanted to add a little like mushroom motif in the stitching on her apron, but I haven't done that yet. And then this week we are working on one of my favorite birds of all time. This bird is called the Kakapo. It is a native New Zealand bird. You should just look it up. It's K-A-K-A-P-O, just like in the title of the stream. These are big, fat, flightless, nocturnal green parrots that just run around on the jungle floor. And they're so cute and so stupid looking. Next is Gryffindor. Is it Sea Otter? Thank you for subscribing for 28 months. Welcome back. So this guy, his name is Spencer, and he's an old guy who's always wandering around looking for neat stuff. And I'm gonna paint him today. He's friends with Sally. Alright, I've got 6 million references open here. Here forever. Thank you, Mecha Ninja, for subscribing for 46 months. Here forever. It might as well be forever at this point, right? This whole thing's getting a little out of hand. So unfortunately, like I said, Spencer is green. My camera does not acknowledge the existence of a color called green. So, just trust me when I say that what I'm doing is green. It's not blue, it's not gray, it is green, it will be green, I swear. I've got roughly 2 billion references open. I really only need a few of these. Salamander is in fact green. Yeah, the camera's just really messing up on that. She's very green. No, she's not. Skullside, thank you for subscribing for 14 months. Thank you, thank you. It looks like that got us kicked off on a hype train. Green, I've never heard of that, says Delta. Camera must be green-blue colorblind. Good thing there won't be much green in my upcoming painting from you. Oh ho! Intriguing. That's true though, they probably won't. Okay, so mostly what I need is just reference images of Kakapo. They're very funny looking. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, actually. Let me look up pronunciation. Oh.
Kakapo.
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 Kakapo. Kakapo.
Let's hear it slowly.
Kakapo.
Kakapo. Okay. It's not Kakapo, apparently. Kakapo. Kakapo. Okay, it's got cop right in the middle. I gotta remember that. Thank you, Mecha Ninja. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the 10 gift subs in the channel to Heisty, PT Twilight Sparkle 008, Lovely Doe, Tiny Triton, the Blue, Avalanche Express, Lauricio Menicio, Shadow Formed Loving Heart, Captain Wolfie the Wolf, and Yeetus Deletus. It's a 10-fold gift bomb. Who win these, dang? Mecha's really flexing on us. Holy crap. The hype train has informed me we're about to beat our last hype train record. That's incredible. Are salads green? Are they? It depends. Not like bean salads usually. Mega says it's May Day. Vap is working on the Workers' Day. That's true. Happy May Day to everyone. Happy May Day to all my little laborers out there. Well, thank you, Mecha. I super duper appreciate it. I just need like one solid color reference for these little birdies. The problem is, since they're nocturnal, a lot of images of them are like in the dark, and they look very weird in the dark. God, these birds look so dumb. I feel like parrots usually have like the glimmer of intellect in their eyes, but you look these guys up and boy, there is just pure coconut mall energy in those little heads. They're so cute. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go with this one. This one's as good as we're gonna get. Well, no, it's a pretty bad image, actually. It's like 2 JPEGs big. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay, I have my beautiful image. I'm ready to party. Holy cow. I've never heard of May Day. Should I not be working? Says Edis. I believe May Day is usually like for like labor unions and that type of thing. I don't know the details behind it though. If someone knows the full history, I would love to hear it. Hyper says, yeah, like I have any more money left when I dumped $1,000 to pull the engine out. Oh god. Mayday, we're going down. It's also the 1st of May. Jonathan Colton wrote a song about it. It's definitely not stream safe for reasons besides the whole copyright thing. No more little pog champs. Little laborers is in. Is the birdie part of my secret project too? He is indeed. Hello, Sylvanir. Hola, gracias por la sub, Mecha Ninja. Did you know the record for highest hype train level is 106? I didn't even know it went up that high. Really? I had no idea. I just kind of assumed it went up to like 4 or 5 and then stopped. Are you messing with me, Stumbles? Okay, let's get painting. I have many different shades of green on my palette. Green and blue. I would have assumed it would be 10 as max level. Yeah, something rounded like 5 or 10 seems appropriate, doesn't it? So I want to add some brown into this green because Kakapo, I'm saying it right now, they're sort of a mossy green. People fondly refer to them as moss chickens in New Zealand. And you can really see why when you look at pictures of them. They are indeed mossy little chickens. So I've mixed up a nice mossy greenish color. And I'm just gonna start blocking it out a little. They do have kind of like facial discs, the way that owls have facial discs, which makes them very charming to look at. And I'm kind of giving this character Spencer almost like sideburns a little bit because he's an older guy. So his little fluffs are kind of jutting out like this. And then, yeah, this is a nice shade of green. You guys are just gonna have to take my word for it because I'm sure the camera is making it look like poop from a butt, but it is a very nice shade. I think I'm gonna make he's got like a little forehead ruff of feathers. I'm gonna make that green too. Just for like readability, I think that's the best way to do it. There we are. Their feathers are very fluffy. Let me catch up here. Thank you guys for the level 3 hype train, by the way. Kakapo is also the party parrot. 13 subs. Pirate Software broke that record and used the money for its workers. Maybe if that was less cringe, she could reach a higher hype train level. I fondly remember this parrot is the one that made Passionate Love with One Guy's Head. Yes, a lot of people know this parrot from the wildlife special that David Attenborough did in New Zealand, and a kakapo tried to mate with his head. And there's a video of a kakapo just kind of flopping around on his head, and he goes like, oh, I believe I'm getting shagged by a rare parrot. It's very, it's something. 106's Pirate Software's record happened on April 1st. Yes, it's my secret project. Kiwi says, I'm glad you specified poop from a butt. I was thinking you were talking about a different type of poop. Unless the secret project does know of Taxi Cat. I honestly don't know. Maybe some TTRPG thing. Hello, Eco. How are you? Is it Ico or Eco? I've been saying it Ico for a while, but I noticed other streamers say it Eco. So, you'll have to let me know. Pretty soon I will actually have real information and updates for you guys about this project, so hang in there. Sorry it's been so long. I just have been working a lot. Alright, beautiful green. Originally in this guy's design, he kind of had like, I don't know what it's called, he had like little hand fingers, like wing fingers, like little kind of claws, and it just looked a little creepy, so I think I'm just gonna give him your standard wings, and then he just picks things up with incredible talent and skill, and you don't need to worry about how. I think that's gonna be my approach here. I feel like sometimes people can pull off the like little wing claws, but I I've tried it many times in my artistic career, and I don't feel like I've ever quite nailed it, so we're just gonna avoid it. It's funny, because these birds almost look like they could fly. If you look at pictures of them, they look like not that long ago they lost the ability, because they still have pretty nice, big, robust wings, but their bodies are just so chubby. I think that's really the issue. Which is a pretty adorable issue to have. So he's got quite nice long feathers that come back over his body. And Spencer always is carrying this battered old knapsack because he's always wandering around looking for curiosities, which is, I mean, one man's junk is another man's treasure. One Kakapo's junk is another Kakapo's treasure. This guy has a lot of junk at home, that's for sure. Alright, there's his wing. Gonna go in with the paper towel and lighten it up. By the way, I did officially apply for TwitchCon. Clay and I both did, so we should be able to let you know sometime in the next couple months when they get back to us whether we will be there this year. It will be in San Diego, which is great. And then I'm going to be at Ontario Comic-Con, what is it called? Ontario Comic-Con Revolution in a couple weeks to help Clay with his booth, so that should be very fun. Let me catch up here. Humblewood is a playtest ongoing with new races, sylphs, hummingbirds, Antilia geckos, and a new subrace for gerbeans, jerboas, and new adventures. Yes, I saw that. It's so funny because I ran a Humblewood adventure for my friends, and Clay played a hummingbird, but he just played as like the raptor class because there wasn't a category for hummingbirds, so I'm just really happy they have one. Can be Eco or Ico or Ico. I see, okay. No confirmation or denying my statement. Dang, she's good. New class that resembles Artificer. Poop from a cloaca is technically not poop from a butt. That's so true. This is the thing I've now said. Well typed. He's Mary's mouse dad in bird form. Vap speaking. Music. Blair's conga jungle. Yeah, let me turn this down a little, sorry. I thought a cloaca was a yes and situation. Yes, it's a butt and also other things. Unfortunately for birds, it is the everything hole. It's just, everything happens there, and that's all you need to know. Let me grab the playlist. Here's the playlist. Ka-chow. Okay. I had to double check here. It looks like they do have green legs. It's mostly the face that has the more, like, tan color, so he is, Donald ducking it, as they say, which means he has a top on but no pants, and that's just gonna have to be okay. That's just kind of what's happening here. I did try putting pants on him, just like I tried putting pants on Salamander, and honestly, it just looked stupid. I just couldn't tolerate it. It looked stupid. But I did give him those little, like, you guys know the Rito in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have those little, like, I don't even know what to call them. They have those little, like, leather shoes on, those little, like, sandals almost on their little bird feet. I did give him a little pair of sandals because I thought that's a very old man thing to do, is like walk around town wearing sandals and just kind of engaging in your weird old man interests. It just seemed right. Oh, I should have put socks on him. He should have had socks with sandals. I didn't even think about it. Just like normal white socks. That's been really funny. I should have done that. Maybe there's still time. Is the music still too loud? I keep turning it down and I feel like it keeps just getting louder. Alright, my beautiful green and or gray birdie. Oh, he looks so gray. I can't believe how gray he looks in that. I'm looking at it now. Why, burb, ka-chow, everything hole is just terrible. Thanks, Vap. Sea cucumbers have the everything hole. I never want to hear that ever again. Sounds pretty efficient. Hello, Major Lehman. Vap called me old. Socks and sandals is the peak old man move. I do that with my sandals. I hate sneakers. Boots are fine. What's a Rito? I've never even heard of that. With cargo shorts and a baseball cap. You are old, Blade. I'm not that old. Boulder, you're literally older than him. That's nice, Grandpa. Time for bed. Hey, socks and sandals is awesome. I wasn't dunking on it. Just saying it is an old person thing to do, but it is very comfortable. My friends and I had a discussion about cartoon creatures. We deduced that the more a character is wearing, the less they have on, and the less they're wearing, the more complete they seem. Oh man, 30 is old. I'm 30 and I feel old. Probably the instrument of choice made it loud. Goes to bed and is comfy. Ah, is it bedtime time for Boulder? Boulder's bedtime. That sounds like a children's book. Okay, so we've got that. And now we want to do the face. The face should be a, like a tan. Kind of just looks like a nice neutral tan. I'm gonna clean a little bit of space on my thing here. Have I seen The Amazing Digital Circus? No, I haven't. I think Sean Chiplock voices, he voices the Chess King? Am I remembering that right? I know Sean's voicing something in that. But I don't actually like know what it is, to be honest. It's a little embarrassing. It's something. Is it like a series? An animated series? Something along those lines. Yep, mixed up. This is kind of fighting me, but I'm mixing up a nice... I'm gonna test this color before I say nice. It could be nicer. That's not very nice. I'll start with a really light shade, a really light coat of this color. Since Spencer is older, it's going to be more of a gray color. The younger Kakapo have more, I don't know what to call it, more of like a creamy, like tan. This one's a little bit more gray. And I'm especially going to make it more gray around the edges of his little whiskers and his little like beard that he has going on down here. Grab some straight up gray from my palette and just like blend it in around the edges and let the watercolor kind of mix itself here. And their beaks have more of a nice blue tinge. It's like a grayish bluish. So I'll wait a second to add that so it doesn't blend too much with the face colors. Okay, let me catch up here. Technically human mouths do a lot of things. They qualify as everything holes. I submit that they do. I saw the palette today. I have not laughed that hard in ages. Wow, it's that good, huh? Bedtime for Bulger by Vape of Orion. They put Cloacus to shame. He voices Kane, the ringmaster. Oh, okay. What am I doing with my life? Talking about this stuff. It's almost an animated series. It has episodes 2 through coming soon. Okay, so is it like an independent project? Like an independent studio, I mean? I'm so out of the loop. I'm counting on you guys to keep me in the loop. It's about a human girl, we don't know her real name, but they call her Pomni, who somehow finds herself in the digital world, which is a happy yet bonkers circus setting. Okay, yes, I have seen a lot of fan art from this. I want to watch The Amazing Digital Circus, but there's something about how popular it is that makes me not want anything to do with it, which sucks because I love circus stuff. I've done that before. Hi, Toby. Welcome. I've done that type of thing before, and then when I finally feel like watching it, there's no one to talk to about it because everyone's over it. It's the worst. Bomb on Battlefield time. I think so. Can't hear anymore. I'm thinking of Terry Crews' Old Spice remix. I forgot to paint his little wing in the background here. His other wing is kind of hanging down because he's about to check out this cool rock that's on the ground. This rock has little runes carved upon it. So there we go. I'm checking to make sure I didn't miss any more green. No, I don't think so. Okay, there we go. Hi, Flair. How are you? Ain't that just the way? Glad you're finally working my commission. Was related telepathically to you and paid with V-Bucks. Wow, that's so crazy that we both came up with Spencer the Kakapo Parrot. We're really on the same wavelength here. That's crazy. Man. Now, I guess Flair is another one of the major bird enjoyers around here, so I shouldn't be that surprised. Okay, so gonna do his little feet, which should be this bluish gray color. He is, I believe the term is polydactyl. Parrots, not all parrots have this, but many parrots have that thing where they have 2 forward-facing toes and 2 backward-facing toes. It just depends on what type of biome they live in, if I remember correctly, and like what type of food they eat and stuff, but these guys are little ground dwellers, so they definitely have the polydactyl toes. I think it makes them good at climbing and that kind of thing. Especially since they can't fly. They need all the help they can get, frankly. No offense, Spencer. Came out a little dark on this front foot. Just gonna use the paper towel to lighten it up a little. His beak will be like a lighter version of this color. Alright, there's the back foot. And then I'm just gonna lighten this up a whole bunch. And do the beak. They have like really big nostril holes. There's not a good word for that, but they have these really big, round, goofy looking nostril holes, kind of like pigeons. Which I always think is kind of cute and funny. Alrighty, there's his beak and his feet. Looking good. Let me catch up on the chat here. When is Vap gonna be playable in Fortnite? I bring you an important Daisy image. Oh, she's so cute! Look at her eyes! That will be playable in Fortnite when you can now play as Luigi IRL. Flare is the second boss. We had Terrarium King Toby, and now I have Bird Enjoyer Flare. Also, how are y'all doing tonight? I did so much cleaning immediately after work, and then I had a post-cleaning treat of Taco de Bell. Ooh, what did you get at Taco Bell? Toby had a wasp situation in the house the other day, so... A nice post-wasp cleaning sounds relaxing. Ooh, churros. Unless that's an actual food item, not just a funny way to say the name. That sounds so good. Taco Bell is really good. I'm glad they're still super cheap for the most part. I'm a chalupa enjoyer. I'll mess up a chalupa from there, a Crunchwrap Supreme, any of it. Boulder says, it's funny you're putting out an old man character. I helped encourage one of my friends to finish a character in the back burner for a while of an old man hedgehog. Small, grumpy, and in his 40s or 50s. Oh, that's really cute. I like old characters. I always have. I just think there's something very funny about a person who has lived a long time and has developed very particular opinions and feelings about things. There's a lot of room for entertainment there. Toby says, I had nachos, a hearty meal after cleaning the entire bathroom and also the dishwasher. I love Old Man Hedgehog. I'm telling you to see the cool new feature on Twitter. Any link you click on could potentially take you to the Fanboy and Chum Chum Wiki /Paramount Plus page. What? The link, if you scroll past it, stays on the screen invisible forever. Are you serious? Taco de Bell. The cleaning was not directly wasp related, it was mold related. The joys of apartment living. Oh no, you have so many unwanted pets. I have an urge to go to the Mexican place near me for a nice burrito. Here's the old boy. Hey, Fireball cute tonight. Jinx, you want me a soda? Wow, you got me. Oh, this hedgehog is so cute. Oh my gosh. This is really adorable. Oh, they did a good job with like the shape of the face. That's great. A little upturned nose. What was I gonna say? Oh, food. Yes. Do you guys know the rapper MF Doom? He is no longer with us. But MF Doom, for those of you who don't know, is basically famous for being like an anonymous rapper for a really long time. He would put out these like really strange, he was like playing the character of like a super villain, like a Marvel or DC-esque super villain, and he sampled a lot of that type of like sound clips in his music, and for a long time people didn't know who he was, and he wore a mask, like a supervillain mask, and apparently for a while he, for his live concerts, he was just paying a different dude in a mask to go play his live shows, and then people found out and they were really mad. But anyway, he died, and I guess it took a while for people to even know that he died because he was so good at remaining anonymous. But anyway, he has a mac and cheese recipe. The MF Doom's Villainous Mac and Cheese. I think his family published it after his death, and I made it yesterday, and it's really good. Do you guys want the MF Doom mac and cheese recipe? It's pretty awesome. Toby says, fun fact, I'm learning about Daisy now. We're slowly letting her and her new kitty roommate interact. She is willing to start fights! Oh no, I have to keep her from doing that so far, but if the cat comes out of the bedroom, we're keeping her in. Daisy will run at her and then I have to gently tackle her! That is incredible. It's like a community notes link that was broken. Oh, thank you for redeeming Hydrate. I did bring water this time. Lavender, thank you for subscribing for 43 months. Lavender is one of my favorite birds. Let's go! Me too, Lavender, me too. Name, what are some of your favorite birds, Lavender? I want to know. Good on him. Vap, what? He what? The twist was not expected. When you die, recipe will you drop his loot. Ooh, my chocolate chip cookie recipe. It is flawless. I want the recipe, says Toby. Of all the places for this to be going, I did not think it would be a mac and cheese recipe. When did he die? Also, I saw that recipe. It looks good. That was the wildest build-up to a mac and cheese recipe we've ever heard. Oh, hi, Philip. Yes, I believe... Yes, this is the correct recipe. MF Doom's Villainous Mac and Cheese. Looks like he died in a car accident. Whoa, in 93? Oh wait, no, sorry, I misread this. I don't remember when he died. When did MF Doom die? He died in 2020. Okay, so not that long ago. But yes, this is the recipe. It's relatively straightforward. There's only a few things about it that are a little different than usual. One of them is that when you are cooking the macaroni in the pot, like boiling it, you add garlic and sugar directly to the pasta water, which is a little unusual. And then the other thing is that it has breadcrumbs just straight up in it, but I really liked the breadcrumbs. It makes a pretty thick, intense mac and cheese, but I really enjoyed it. I made some steak, I had some MF Doom mac and cheese, it was awesome. Anyway, I thought you guys would enjoy that story. Ospreys. Oh yes, ospreys are great. Shoebills and the great tit. Oh man. Toad voice, macaroni! I will say Daisy is perfectly fine as long as Pumpkin, the other cat, stays in her bedroom. Daisy actually went there the other day and meeped gently and politely while sniffing things and then left. We're gonna try setting up a barrier a ways into the highway so Pumpkin can start exploring and Daisy cannot immediately pounce on her. That's a good idea. Hyper says, I don't even know who's MF Doom. Sounds like a Doom game title. He makes really wild music, or he did. You should check it out. Why do I still have the rules thing set up? Garlic and sugar. The little rules are still there. In fact, that was near perfect for the Toad voice. Thank you. I don't know why I have that ability. This is MF Doom. Oh god, I'm gonna have to watch this later. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just felt like someone who is that committed to the weird bit that he is doing in life has to make some good mac and cheese. Like, he's not gonna put out a mac and cheese recipe if it's mid. It just wouldn't even be worth his time, frankly. So that was kind of my conclusion. And I was right. It was really yummy. Something's like rattling around on my desk and I don't know what it is. Okay, anyway, I should get back to drawing. So, okay, I wanted to give him, like... I don't know how to describe this. I wanted to give him clothing that was, like, sort of Polish looking, like traditional, like, white and red with, like, flower embroidery type stuff. I have some of it in my folder here, believe it or not. I just need to find what folder I put it in. Oh, it's in references and ideas. I just have one giant folder full of nonsense. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, there we go. This is a nice reference image. Okay, let me catch up here. Let's see, I hadn't heard of him before, but this is based on everything he said. I 1000% trust his mac and cheese expertise. Right? I just feel like he wouldn't do me dirty, you know? Slender Man, what a throwback. Maybe he's secretly the best recipe in the world and we as a society weren't ready to embrace the truth. Yeah, maybe all of his like music and his like rap career and stuff was all just a build up to like get people like kind of buttered up and like ready to embrace this delicious mac and cheese, you know? Maybe people wouldn't have listened if he was just like, hey, I'm a random guy, here's my mac and cheese. But it's like, well, now I'm a famous rapper, you have to listen. Just a thought. Okay, I'm ready. I've made decisions, I'm embracing them, I'm ready. I have a photo of a beautiful man in beautiful traditional Polish clothing, and that's all I need. It's all I've ever needed, really. I didn't know until this moment. Rap career arc when I still have written down in my like stream ideas like, oh god, what was it? You guys wanted me to like freestyle rap or something and I was like, I will never do that, but I wrote it down and it's still written down somewhere and sometimes I just see it and I go, man, what a terrible idea. Macaroni and cheese. He became a rapper to deliver the mac and cheese to us. What about Patchy the Pirate? Have you seen that meme about pepperoni and cheese? I don't think I have. But maybe? Alright, so I'm gonna do a very bright blue for the base part of his like vest that he's wearing. But it is going to have... what's the word? What's the word? Not like a seam, but like what's it called when like the bottom of your coat has like a border of color? I can't think of the word. Like a hem? Is it a hem? I think hem is the word I'm thinking of. Let's see, 50k panel joints. Let's go. For Rap Redeem, I mean. Oh god. The face of a stone cold fighter. Daisy and her little tongue. She does not look scary. From the Apple II version of the Oregon Trail. Color blocking? Hem sounds right. Bias tape? Hem, yeah. Yeah, something like that. I can send you some pictures later, Toby, and you can tell me if what I'm talking about is correct. I don't know a lot about clothing, but my family is, part of my family anyway is from Poland, so I've been looking at a lot of traditional Polish clothing and trying to, like, learn about what the different parts are, because there's just, like, a lot of parts, and they all have special names. But I don't know what the name for this part is, so... doing my best out here. I don't know a whole lot about my family's origin. Just Polish immigrants on one side, and there were some Czech immigrants on the other, but that's kind of it. But both of those groups have bangin' traditional clothing, so win-win. Okay, there we go, got the blue blocked in. Let's see, if your party leader dies, you can make an epitaph for their gravestone, and if copy protection is off, other players will come across the dead player's grave. 57.1k joints! Wait, whoa, I liked away to video edit and come back to see Bird. Hell yeah, Bird! Yes, Bird is here. Oh, I think you meant to say clicked away, that's what it was. Looked away. That's cool. That is part Polish, more to know. I am. If you ever meet me in person and you know what to look for, you can tell. Because I've got that giant, shiny Polish forehead, as is tradition. Traditional clothing is so neat. I love looking at it, says Toby. Actually, I don't know much about Vaps' hyper. Well, ask away. I'm a fairly open book. One kid died in game and made us say, "Here lies Andy, pepperoni and cheese." It was not me, even though I played the later Windows version of Oregon Trail, and that's my nickname, Myra. One of the reasons I'm definitely going to the Sheep Festival on Saturday. Great start to a sentence. Is that they have a bunch of historical reenactors who spin and weave with the methods of their time period, like the 600s, and I want to see that so bad. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I remember I've seen people do like rope, like traditional rope making before in person, and that was very cool. Who would have Song of Storms, hurdy-gurdy man vibes in the Vapverse? I think if, maybe that Trubbish. I need to put that Trubbish in, the comic reference material of it all. Where does the name Gross come from? Gross is a German last name, but it's not actually from, like, my genetic line. My grandfather on my dad's side was adopted, and so he took on the family name from the family who adopted him, and the family name was Gross. But I don't believe we have any German. It's just the name, so it's kind of funny. Gross and Grossman are names you find a lot in Europe. I know Grossman's a popular Jewish last name. Gross is often a German last name, but yeah, not Jewish or German, so. Just cleaning up a little bit here. Okay, so I'm gonna do like a golden hem, I think, and then I want his scarf to be white and red. I think that'll be a really nice balance here. Your nickname is Pepperoni and Cheese. So hyped for next week in Pokemon Sleep. Vulpix are debuting. Oh, yay! I hope you get a good shiny one. I remembered it like the 800s still. 800s is pretty close to 600s. I'll buy it. Man, I want to go to the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. Oh, I'm so jealous. This is so cool. You'll have to tell me how this goes. I just like going to anything like this. It's the best. I hear they're putting Vap in Fortnite next week. My Uncle John Fortnite told me. So Vap is a faux gross. Unlike me, who is both. It basically means Mr. Big Guy, right? I love that. Big man on campus. Vap isn't real gross. She isn't Smelly Sog Dog. It's funny because the name Catherine is from the Greek katharos, which means pure. And then the last name Gross is, yeah, it's like a big, just like a big guy, big lots. Not the grocery store Big Lots. So my name is Pure Big Lots. Damn, the kids and dogs are going crazy outside today. Can you hear them? Gotta remember to clear my phone off so I can take lots of photos. Yes, good, good. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this here. I feel like I need more reference images. I always feel like that, and yet I have roughly 10,000 open in the moment. No, not like that. Different. I need different reference photos. All right, back into the Polish folder, as they say. Where is it? You know what? I'm just gonna Google. You know what? I'm just gonna start over here. New tab. And let's just get traditional Polish clothing. There we go. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Traditional Polish clothing, they just put every single color on earth in a whole bunch of stripes. It's hilarious. It's really good. Czech clothing is pretty fun too, but it's a lot more lacy and like puffy is how I would describe it. There's just like a lot going on. It's I've tried drawing it a couple times and it's pretty intense. Especially the women's clothing. It has like a lot of like, it's very like ruched, is that the word? Just like layers and layers that like ripple. Miss Cathawin Glows. Let me catch up here. Someone clip that. Big Vap on campus, pure edition. We can't hear them. Pure big lots. Bark, bark. Oh, could probably hear them over the music. I can hear them now. Hi, Nick's Mad Science. I can hear the dogs. It's funny, you're painting a bird, I'm searching for a bird in RuneScape. If you find a bird in RuneScape, you find a bird in real life. I'm just imagining Vap in a wool outfit like this in the Wool Festival. Oh my god, a little sheep outfit! I don't care how many times I hear it. Knowing that Vap's real name is Catherine is so weird to me. Sounds so adult, so mature, and she's the biggest goofball around. I know, right? It's too serious. The Polish Folder, the newest novel sweeping literary magazines. Yes, yes, gripping and hard to put down this summer. A tour de force. I thought this little rock sketch was a hair on my screen. Second only to the Dark Wife. I hear them slightly, says Fireball. Vap in a sheep fursuit, got it, Mecca. I love how modern traditional clothing is like, fuck yeah, we have so many colors now, use all of them. Lots of gathers, pleats, ruches, probably use all of them. Is it pronounced ruches or rooch? I don't know. I've been gearing up to sew a pair of pants from Erin for outfits. I'm watching lots of historical episode videos and I got sewing terms on the brain. This is good, this is helpful for me. This is good. The fluffy jublet, oh my god. Crested Salago Snatcher. The Dusky Wigglebill. These are great names. Oh man, 10 out of 10. Really good. Okay, I'm thinking what I'm going to do. First things first, I'm going to put the shading on the white scarf. Because it is white, but that doesn't mean I just leave it blank. That means I put the shading in. So, let me pull up. I had a reference image for this scarf and how it was supposed to look, but I lost it amongst my 10,000 other reference images. Who could have seen this coming? Not me. I will not be accountable for this. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Oh, great. It's an unshaded image. Well, never mind. I'm just gonna shade what my heart feels. That's never been a bad idea, right? Shade what your heart desires. Yeah, something like that. That's fine. And then we're gonna put like red stitching on it. So it's like a white scarf with red embroidery. I think that will look very nice. Alright, that, and then let's see. The soft ch is right. It's French, I think, unless I'm really misinformed, which is always possible. Well, that's okay. I'm not gonna repeat it and then be like, well, Toby told me, look him up online. It's his fault. Damn, those kids are really screaming out there. They're going wild. And you know what? Good for them. Like a sound. Okay, got it. I'm learning. I'm becoming educated every day of my life. I'm just getting eraser shavings all over this picture of Sally. There we go. So I want, maybe next I'll do the bag. I want the bag to be kind of old and battered. So I'm gonna start with like a nice sepia, but I'm gonna add some blue to it so it's got that like really faded leather look. Not quite as fresh as it used to be. I don't really like the tone that I've made. Add a little more red back in, give it a little more power, a little more authority on Earth. There we go, that's something. When in stand out, just add a little red, you know? It works sometimes. Okay, so the top flap here is going to be this like warm, ruddy brown. This will help define the edge of his little wings. Belt is going to like come up and around like this. Kind of sticks out over his back, and then the bottom part of the belt comes underneath the front of his little vest. Has anyone seen the new Zendaya movie, Challengers, the horny tennis movie? I kind of want to see it, but like, is it good though? I need someone to weigh in for me. I just really want to see Zendaya, honestly. Alright, here's the bottom part of the bagoo. Oh, I need to do this little bit inside the feather of his wing first. Whoops, I went a little too far with the color there. Back it up, okay. There we are. Comes down and around. Very careful to not mess up his feathers. There we go, okay. He's got his little battered knapsack. Looking good. Is this the one with her oh my god, she looks like a capsized boat. Rotisserie chicken impression. I keep seeing a playlist on YouTube called Music I Think Bugs Would Like. I know that one with the sawaddle. Clay and I listened to that while we were working the other day. It's really good. The what now? The horny tennis movie? Is she Michi in it? Oh, she's always Michi. The Zendaya we're talking about. Who else is gonna be Michi? Get serious. I love that video so much. That clears things up. I knew nothing about this movie before, so it'll be the only horny tennis movie to me now. Just found out they recently released a furry FPS game, and I kind of want to play it. What game is that? My cat's been extra special recently. She's practicing singing the only song he knows, the Song of Annoyance. Great. Yeah. Okay. So the Zendaya, the horny tennis movie, as far as I know, the premise is that Zendaya plays a really good tennis player, but then I think she like breaks her leg or like something happens that prevents her from ever playing tennis again. But she's like really good at tennis, like from playing it. So like two different guys who are like rivals, they approach her asking if she would be their coach, I believe. So she coaches both of them. But then it turns into like, I don't know, a love triangle or something. The trailers made it look exceptionally spicy, and I want to know if it really is, or if the trailers were just kind of like banking on fools like me. So yeah, let me know if you've seen it, please. God. I just really like Zendaya. Honestly, I think probably the only reason I saw trailers for it so many times is because I went and saw Dune twice, and both times Zendaya's in Dune, so of course they showed the trailer for the tennis movie. Of course, naturally. Okay, so here's Spencer's little sandals. I need to leave room for like a little golden button because they're like snap-on. Of course. Velcro. Should have made them Velcro for ease. Two to dry, I can start putting the gold trim. Let me catch up here. Is it Friends versus Friends? Our local news did a thing about how the movie's doing pretty well financially. Interesting. A little rock star. Tennis. 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 The game is called Wild Assault. I realized I'm a guy who's only seen Boss Baby here, but that's surprisingly similar to the plot of Yuri on Ice. Uh-oh, step trainees got stuck in the tennis court net. No, Boulder, that's a bad joke. Probably only in broad strokes, of course. Jail for Boulder. My package I'm waiting on says it'll be here today by 8 p.m. It's 10:22 p.m. where I'm at. I think they might be misinformed, Blade. They made a bit of a mistake there. I'm imagining a mouse caught in one of the tennis net holes. Just gonna leave this here. Boulder, I didn't know you could play tennis. Whoa! What is that deer doing? Postal tracking is really just like, I forgot sometimes. The only movie I've seen starring Zendaya is Frenemies on Disney Channel. I have not seen that. Is it I assume a Disney Channel original movie, as are all the greats. I'm gonna mix up a very like goldy orange, or goldy yellow I should say. And start putting the hems on his little vest. I'm really liking this color scheme. I feel like these are not the types of colors I instinctively work with. I use very little green in my art, and this like shade of royal blue I also find kind of unpleasant out of context. I don't use a lot of like light grays. Really the brown and the yellow are the most like familiar colors to me. So it's good to get outside your comfort zone. It kind of makes sense that if it's a green character and I don't usually do green, then the complements to the green character would also be colors I don't usually do. It tracks. Okay, let's get the little thing on it. It's baggy. So it should have a reference of like a bag buckle pulled up here. It should be like the little middle piece, and then up and over the buckle comes like that. I feel like in the past I've really winged it when drawing buckles, and if you know anything about buckles, it shows. So I'm trying to improve at that. Let's see. I didn't say which time zone it would be 8 p.m. True, true. The package fell in the ocean. It better not have. That deer is really doing something. I don't know what to call it, but something. Insert name says, these streams keep happening when I'm tired enough to be seeing things that aren't actually in the art, and the result is this time somehow thinking the Kakapo had more than 2 legs. He's like a caterpillar Kakapo. It's fursuit stuff, but if it actually fell in the ocean, I'd be so livid. Vap comic cast, but the plot is one for Disney Channel original movie. Oh my god. I would want it to be one about like Vap trying to befriend the wild ponyta that no one can ride so she can save the farm. I want it to be a horse girl movie is what I'm saying. Donkey Konky songs. On the subject of movies, I have a story from seeing Spirited Away in theaters yesterday. Oh yeah, that's right. How was that? I'm concerned that you have a story about it other than just it was good. I love mining melancholy and infinite sadness. Toby says, I was seated next to a couple that had a quiet running commentary during the movie. Okay, that already makes me want to hang them. Annoying, but they did keep their voices low, so it didn't bother me except in a couple of the quiet scenes. That's much more patient than I am. I get it, winged it, because it's a verb. Did you see the thing I left here? I don't think so, Delta. Can you send it again? However, one of the quiet scenes was the bit at the end with the trying to figure out which pigs are her parents. Spirited Away spoilers. I've never heard anyone call Zendaya before. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Zendaya. I know, I'm saying it wrong. I don't know why I do that. You are correct. The dude next to me says, if he's a dragon, why can't they just fly away? That's a big Harold, they're lesbians moment. Unfortunately, I feel like something happened to the general theater etiquette over the pandemic and it did not recover. Unfortunately, I agree. I feel like that's a very boomer opinion that I fully embrace. I think people got much worse at seeing movies during the pandemic. It is bad. Toby says it'll plague me till I die. The question of whether he was making a bad joke or genuinely did not watch the movie long enough to realize why that is not a solution. And yes, I did see the deer thing. I responded to it, Delta. It's horrifying. The Challengers trailer struck me as being very Lifetime TV movie-ish, but I feel like it's gotta be a little better than that if they got big-name actors involved. Okay, Vooper, the Twosome theme. I love this song. It's like, okay, honestly, I don't care if it's good, if I'm being honest. I need it to be what it advertises itself as. If this movie isn't horny, then I'm gonna riot. Okay, I need to work on my job. What if I did my job? What if I drew pictures instead of talking about Zendaya? Her name is Zendaya, not Zendaya. I'm not sure why I'm putting die in there. It's all Zendaya if the movie's not good. Okay. Let's start doing a little details on the scarf. I think that's the next thing. Same, especially if you'll behave on the road, it's much worse. I used this on my last Valentine's Day stream. Keep the stream family friendly. Sorry! Listen, I want the advertising to be accurate, that's all I'm saying. And I'm just asking for a little transparency here. If this movie isn't horny, I will riot. It's true, I will. They'll regret it. Paramount or whoever made that. Okay, let's get the red on the scarf here. I still really need to watch Godzilla -1. I think it's out on streaming now. I really love kaiju movies, and I haven't seen almost any of them. But I love them so much. Okay, I'm just gonna be very delicate with the little embroidery on his scarf here. It's kind of just the same repeating pattern here. It's like 3 little, almost like infinity signs. They're a little bit more flowy than that. There we go. And then going all the way to the edge is this like red zigzag pattern that looks very nice to me. Repeat it just like once more up here at the top. I imagine maybe a neighbor or a friend gave this to him. So it's like much nicer than the rest of his clothes is my point. It's like a handmade like Christmas type gift. And everything else is like he's just got a bunch of copies of the same shirt that he wears every day because he doesn't care. There we go. Very nice. And then I'm just gonna do polka dots because I really like them. I had a friend when I was in high school who really hated polka dots. Made me sad because I love polka dots. So I never wore polka dots around her, and now I'm free. I can wear as much polka dots as I want. And that's what life's all about, guys. There we are. Very nice. That looks cute. Here on the chat. Being good is optional for it to have merits, but it needs to match the level of horny advertised. What are you talking about, Boulder? She just means the character should have horns. I was gonna download Wild Assault, but it's not out yet and only in alpha. Sag. Never assume a movie is good just because it has big name actors in it. I've seen so many terrible movies with only big name actors. Kaiju stuff makes me nerd out. Careful there, Vap. Ah, it's the best. Zendaya, Zendai, Zendi, Zendoyo, Zenduyu, and finally some Zendi! Are kaiju movies in the Vapverse just gigantum acting the actors? That's awesome. Maybe, yeah. Yeah. I'm really going down a rabbit hole with that thought. That's awesome. The English language and its stupid vowels. Ultraman is a kaiju crossover with the Monster Rancher series on Switch. It's hopelessly endearing and extremely addicting. I think kaiju as a concept are neat regardless of originating lore. To be honest, since I'm so set on seeing Nausicaa this year's show, I'm kind of tempted to buy multiple seats so I have a buffer of silence. That's a good idea. If you're at the theater and someone's being annoying, will you tell them to stop talking? Because I think probably 6 months, even a year ago, I would have said no. I would just let them talk and annoy me the whole movie. But I've reached the point in my life where I will like tell them to be quiet, and it usually doesn't go very well. But it's like I have to try, you know. Usually I start with like, hey, could you please be quiet, and then escalate from there if I need to, because just like, shut up. Tickets are so expensive, just shut up. Okay, go in and do a little more solid shading here to really emphasize the wrinkles in the fabric. Blue that I'm using. There we go, looking good. And then I'll just soften it up. It's a little dark in some spots. There we go. That's not a parrot wearing a scarf. I don't know what is. Let's see. Although I think kaiju as a concept are neat regardless of originating lore. Godzilla, Ultraman, anything else? It's cool. If you like kaiju movies, check out Howl from Beyond the Fog. That's a dope-ass name. What is that about? Nausicaa is extremely good. Just saw it a few months ago. It's really good. Clay and I watched it last summer at Ghibli Fest, and it's awesome in theaters. It's a weird movie, but it's really beautiful. Nausicaa slaps, seen it on the small screen but never big. It was very formative for me at 12. Oh, it's Coconut Mall! If you like kaiju movies for kids, check out Clifford the Big Red Dog! Prophecy, Big Bug is friend, wow, plants! Spencer looks like he's about to tell me about my financial statements. He carefully selects an outfit from his wardrobe each day to fit every plan he has. They're all the same outfit! Vap is big into the polka dot drip. Mecca's coming out here with true facts. He's a handsome birdie. Wish I had the guts to tell people. If it was loud, I would have told them, but I feel like it'd be rude because they're at least trying to be quiet, and it wasn't the whole time. Yeah, that makes sense. Someone has to be pretty rude for me to start going off, but then I will. Whoops. Player, shut up. Hello, Mirror Hawk. I have to Twitch have a stroke. Is it back to normal now? If it was normal talking, it would have been that guy on Shooshdom. Caught a customer today opening a pair of headphones and having his kid try them out. Told him he shouldn't do that for stuff he doesn't pay for because if they don't fit, I would have to junk the headphones and we lose money. What if the kid has lice? He opened it? What the hell? Toe to tip, that's a parrot with a scarf. Nightmare. We've been coconut mauled! You activated my trap card, Vap. What is your favorite kaiju? I really like the kaiju from Pacific Rim. I can't remember his name, but the one that flies and has like the bonus tail and is like pregnant. That's my favorite one. That one's just got layers of surprises. It's the one that pulls the what's it called? The Jaeger up into space. I love that one. Send this video to all your friends to totally coconut maul them. I'm taking an illegal stretch right now, by the way, in case you're wondering. Oh. It's about a kaiju howling for me on the fog. Well, you know what? That makes perfect sense. Oh, love me some Pacific Rim. Like bullshit up in my theater store reminded me of having to call someone out today. God, I mean, opening the package? That's bold. Audiobooks don't count as reading, neither do ebooks or printed books. You don't really read a book unless it was tattooed on the entrails of a one-eyed goat to the full moon during the winter solstice while wearing a piece of rutabaga on your head. You know what? That's true. That's true, and they should say it. Toby says, don't headphones usually have that extra layer of security thing on the rack where you can't pull them off enough to get an employee? How does one person look at that and go, yeah, I can pull these right out, that's normal? Yeah, I agree. There should be several things that happen in someone's brain before opening the package. You can always just check with an employee and be like, hey, what is the return policy? I want to make sure that these fit my child, so I will take them home and try them on. And the employee will be like, ah, here is the information you requested. I work here. We love to complain here. What color should I do that? Hang on a second. I want to do like the hems on these bags here. It's kind of like a weird blue color in the reference image, but I don't like that. I think I just want it to be a darker brown than the original brown. I don't have any more sepia on my palette. Let me see if I have any more in the bottle. No, I might be out of that dark sepia. I have magnesium brown, but that's not the same thing. I feel like sepia is such an annoying color because like you don't need it until you really do. Oh, I've got burnt sienna. Let's see if that's anything. That might work. That might work. Okay, we could try. Give it the old college try. I don't know. Add a little black to it. See if we're getting anywhere. It's pretty bad. Maybe just like do a little tiny like spot check here. No, that's fine, that's fine. Once it's actually next to the normal brown, it looks okay. I think just on its own, it's a little yucky, but... a lot of colors are like that. In a vacuum, they're not strictly appealing, but they're very nice when they have the right stuff near them. Yeah, there we go. Just kind of doing a dark band here, and this is like a dark strap, so he doesn't lose all the cool rocks he's finding. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, blue would have like looked nice as far as colors go, but I think it would have been confusing to have blue right next to his blue clothing. I don't think that would have like read super well. These kids are going crazy out there. It sounds like they're having the time of their lives. It's kind of awesome. Really happy for them. True about Sienna, very true. Took a second to respond. I respect the Pacific Rim Kaiju. The box is otherwise sealed with some tape, and I'm like, dude, in front of the employee? Mine's probably this thing. I want you to tell me, animal, vegetable, or mineral. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so it looks like a birch tree, but the face is that of a mammal, so I'm gonna assume that's animal. I just came from a much more chaotic chat, so don't mind if I suddenly start talking about something ridiculous like Pilk, forgetting this isn't about that chat. All good, all good. I do not mind. This one's called Garamon. Reminds me of coral, so I'm going animal for now. You're in the right place for Pilk. My favorite kaiju is a spoiler that is a kaiju. Have any of you seen Atlantic Rim by the Asylum, my most favorite movie producing company? No, I have not. What is that? Atlantic Rim. If there's a Pacific Rim 3, I hope the two drift-compatible kaiju pilot an even bigger robot to fight against a human. Very real. Not good, but real. Would you believe me if I said it's mostly mineral? Whoa, it's a robot? A robot that looks like a mammal that is trying to imitate a plant. That's a lot of layers. That's like an onion. It's pretty awesome. I do like it. Dark brown color for the little like buttons on his sandals. There we go, looking good. Now I need a reference image for what glasses look like from the side. What the reflection looks like. Well, that's not helpful at all. I'm just getting like front-on images of glasses in bright light with like no reflection. How to draw glasses shine. There we go. That's not helpful either. any hot tips for how to do this? I guess they're clear, so you'd mostly see what's on the other side. I can approach that. Let's see. The one-sided die! It'll roll truer than any other dice in your collection. It won't let you down. What is on the other side? The same side. The lore is a meteorite fell in Japan and ejected Garamon out and controlled it via radio waves. I don't need to be a vegetable. In-game it's proven by eating oil instead of traditional ranch food. Imagine Pacific Rim made entirely out of bad CG and basically porn acting. That sounds like an experience. Is there a drinking game for it? Sounds like a drinking game movie. Player character and your ranch hands are like, that's a robot? The fusion professor is like, who are we to question how aliens construct their robots? If she's still streaming and the stream is over, it'll be fun to read her if you want, very chaotic in the fun way. Who is it? With glasses, I usually just do a blob of color that would be on the other side, yeah. Okay, yeah. I usually just go for the super cartoony approach, but I think you are probably correct. I would easily go as far as to say that you have more experience drawing different types of things than I do, Toby, so I will take your word for it. I'm just gonna do a very faint little bit of green there where the other side of his face is shining through, and then on this side I will do more of that mild face color. I'll put like shines on it later. Oh, I love this song. This song is so good. Spirit Tracks! Let's see. I was gonna say if they're still streaming, Lakaba would be the perfect person to read for the stream. That's true, that's true. Beast Unicorn is their username. And what is Beast Unicorn streaming this evening? My second fave is what I was gonna post, but he's a bit gruesome. His name is Ganku and he's an eyeball demon. Toby Cisco figure. I've drawn some glasses in my time, it is true. Well, you've just been a lot more consistent with like just drawing lots and lots of comics than I have, which just gives you the raw experience. You sure do learn how to draw things when you're doing comic pages. The Asylum also has a knockoff Godzilla vs. Kong. Ape vs. Monster! That's awesome. Stardew Valley. See, I appreciate the directness of that title. You know what you're getting, an Ape vs. Monster. You really do. You know? There's no being misled with Ape vs. Monster. That's an incredible title. Ape vs. Monster. Incredible. Comics are the way to make yourself draw a variety of things. That is great, says Mirahall. Okay, so now I want to start working on the feathers of his body. They actually have quite a bit of like spots on them, like little black spots and stripes. But I'm going to begin by just doing the shading, because it'll be easier to layer the black spots over the pre-shaded green than vice versa, so. Yeah, what's really fun, like, if you guys ever want to make a comic, is you'll get, like, 3 pages in, and then you'll come to a point where you're like, oh, I need to draw a desk. And it'll be, like, the hardest roadblock you've ever hit in your life. It's a nightmare. It's like you figure it out, but it is just very humbling and funny. How you're like, ah, yes, I've spent so long drawing my characters and thinking of cool scenes, and then a desk is what brings you low. It's always some inanimate object that has like a very particular way that the perspective needs to work, you know what I mean? It's just puts you to shame. I need to use a bigger brush for this, actually. For the big boy brush. Big fella. Yeah. Get in there. There we go, that's much easier. Whew. Leggies. Little leggy poos. Really is funny how many birds in New Zealand just kind of don't fly at all, or just like are very bad at it because they didn't have any predators, or the only predators were like other birds, but they didn't have like, you know, rats and stuff and like cats. So they just kind of are like, well, you don't need to fly. You can spec into other abilities such as being green and being really cute. And then the rats showed up when people showed up and just exploded these guys' asses. It's very sad. But they're making a recovery. There's a couple different Kakapo like preservation groups that have like a breeding program, and they make more Kakapo babies and set them free, and then they check in on them and see what antics they're getting up to, and it's going quite well. So that's great. There we go, starting to look better. Let me catch up here. Side note, a comics pal of mine is giant chickens in their setting instead of horses, and I'm so jealous. I love a horse, but boy howdy, is that a smart comics decision, not having to draw a horse. That's perfect, because then you don't have to draw like a bike or a car either. You can just draw chickens over and over. You think you know what a chair looks like, and then you have to draw one. Yeah, books and chairs are the thing that you will probably have to draw the most if you go into comics, unless you have some setting that doesn't feature books and chairs for some reason. I come across that drawing single scenes. It's too real. What's worse is you have to make sense and scale with the other characters. The worst part, you get me. Blade is already spec'd into being really cute. You're not good at normal bird stuff, and that's okay. Especially when your characters are a lot taller or shorter than you. I keep making tall characters and not having an easy point of reference for when furniture should come upon. Half my characters are under 5 foot, so it's really annoying to get right. I keep thinking of that video, the documentary guy that the Kakapo thinks is a potential romance partner. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I'm getting shagged by a rare parrot. Wow, this is a great website. #1 cheerleader camp, the 6th friend, Triassic world, zombies, 2-headed shark attack, 5-headed shark attack. This is awesome. Abolish literature and replace all chairs with stumps and large rocks. I do use 3D modeling for references, which helps a lot with perspective, but it does not help with figuring out how big a table should be next to a 7-foot-tall orc lady. That's true, that's true. Tyrania, 3 more heads. I'm always saying this. Man, that's really funny. Just saw they're doing a multiverse. Oh god. Finally. Okay, let's start working on his little face. Oh, Clef de Sol is reading with a party of 3. Hello, Clef and party of 3. Will you be taking a booth or a table today? Party of 3 always sounds like a restaurant. What were you streaming today, Chris? I'm drawing a Kakapo, a flightless parrot that lives in New Zealand and is so freaking cute. It's really unreasonable how cute these guys are. Okay, I'm just gonna do, he's got his little eyebrow right here. And then he kind of has like a little frill of fuzzy feathers that come down around the face. And then down into the little like pseudo beard that I've given him. And we'll soften these lines up in a minute. I just kind of wanted to get started on his feathers. There we go, so that's the basic pattern, and then I'll grab the paper towel and soften that up. Something like that. We'll come back to that. Good start. Let's see, 5-headed shark attack sounds like a Greek myth. Oh man. Clef says, I sketched all my Patreon stuff, so 4 illustrations, a sticker, and a stationery. Whoa, how long was that stream? That's amazing. This is not taxi cat art, though I know it looks like it. This is art for a secret project that I'm working on. Why do some birds evolve to be flightless? Are they stupid? Yeah, they're stupid. No, it's that New Zealand, for a long time, was so isolated from other continents and travelers that they did not have the types of animals that lived on the ground that would hunt them. So they had no rats, no foxes, no coyotes, no cats, nothing in that realm. So flight very, very slowly over the course of time became just a really expensive thing to invest in, so they just stopped doing it. And there's lots of little goodies on the forest floor in New Zealand, so they just kind of like walking around there and picking up goodies, and that's it. It's like, why fly if you could just eat crap off the ground? The main issue that that birds like this have to face in New Zealand, or historically did anyways, was birds of prey like hawks. But if you just become nocturnal, you don't have to deal with hawks anymore, I've heard. Insert name says, I believe Kakapo won New Zealand's Bird of the Year competition, enough to be actively disqualified, which is a crime if you ask me. That's so mean. 2 hours. Wow, you got that much done in 2 hours? You're a machine. I've been working on this one illustration for like an hour and a half now, and it's like a third done. I'm fairly new to it. I like it a lot. If your computer run Blender, it's a good program. I can't model for the life of me. Island ecosystems are so neat. Fair, Lamau. I do a lot of looking for YouTube tutorials to do the thing I want, and then just kludging them together. Kludging is a good word. Kludge. Get kludged. Get kludged, nerd. Okay, so Kakapo have like big black shiny eyes, but this guy is stylized a little differently. I'm not gonna go for as much realism with the eyes, so I'm just gonna do like a grayish blue eye. Like so. And there's the like top of it that comes around, and then he has like a little shadow under his eye, and the lines of the beak, I'm gonna come and line them in here, and also the little nostril circles. I don't know what these are called. These weird little nostril circles that pigeons and Kakapo have. There's gotta be a name for this, right? Surely. I'm just gonna look up. This is a bad Google. Pigeon nose holes. The two opening. They're known as ceres, C-E-R-E-S, for the bird to inhale and exhale. Interesting. Ceres. Let's look at pigeon ceres just to confirm. Yes, the white bulbous area above the beak of a pigeon is called cirri. It protects the nostrils of the pigeon. Birds like budgies have different colored cirri, which help identify the age and gender of the bird. This is so interesting. So it's keeping their noses safe. Wow, bird fact. Let's see. It's okay, it's gorgeous, says Clef. Thank you very much. We're making progress. I faced the same problem with digital art a few years ago, but I could probably figure it out. Depends on what I'm drawing, I can do something really fast. Yeah, you are quite fast, Hyper. But sadly, I've been making less content because the stress from driving to work because I was forced to return to office. Dang, they made you come back full-time to the office? I need to motivate myself and try not to get too frustrated. I'm not that fast with traditional, says Clef. That's true. I have to wait for everything to dry, and then I just like yapping too, so... I'm fast, but I have to take lots of breaks because of the old cubital tunnel. Oh, yeah, that'll get you. I did not know you had that. I'm sorry to hear. That's part of why I use 3D modeling so much, because I can use my comfy ergonomic mouse, which is way less arm stress. That makes a lot of sense. Pigeon series, sequel to Bird movie. Better joke. Pigeon series? More like How to Full Boyfriend. Hey, but I'm... Wow. God. It's kind of funny because on one hand, if I stopped yapping so much, you'd think I would get more done. But, like, if I wasn't streaming, I probably wouldn't be getting this piece of art done right now. So it's like, I have to embrace the yap, you know? Because the streaming motivates me to actually make the art. Because it's like, well, everyone showed up and I said I would do it, so if I say I don't want to do it anymore, then, like, that just kind of sucks. Everyone, like, waited for me, I better go do it, you know? So, you win some, you lose some. You yap some, and then you yap some more. There we go. And there's the other back claw. Yeah, he's starting to look good. Starting to come together. Fuzzy little guy. Let's see. I looked at bird nostrils and I got nares. Signed up for remote, but I have to return full-time. Ugh, one way from my house to office is 40 minutes, where I pay toll to sit in traffic. Free routes take much time. Aren't you working in, like, IT? Or, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Whoa, sorry. I got all frustrated and I knocked my palette over. The painting is fine. Aren't you in CS, is what I was trying to say. Why should he need to be in person? Tubby says, all good, I've had it for a while, I know how to work around it. I think I've had it well before I joined CCC and all. Ah, I see, relatable. Also, hi, oh, it's Cupcake Dex. Hi, Cupcake, how are you? Long time no see. Clef says, I know what you mean, only this fast while I work on my comic. When I'm between chapters, I get so little done, make it make sense. Oh my gosh. I feel that hiatus times I'm always like, I'm gonna get so much done, and then I just do not. Also, we all know if you weren't streaming, you'd be Googling more bird facts. Yeah, I'd be looking at those bird nostrils on Google nonstop. Oh, okay, I'm gonna work a little more on the blue of his vest. Do a little bit of the shading, I think. I feel like that is a little off. I'm gonna add a little turquoise in there. There we go. Now that's a yummy blue. That's a yummy, delicious blue. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, so it'd be dark blue, like under his wings. Kind of under the edge of the scarf here. Like so. And then a little bit up here, kind of like behind his wing feathers and under the bag, I think. He's under like full direct overhead sunlight, so not a very dynamic shading requirement. But I do feel like these colors will play much more nicely together if I really make an effort here, so put a little bit over here by this part of the scarf. There we are. Oh, Spencer, you're looking so fresh. He's not a spring chicken, but he is a moss chicken. Okay. Let's see. I work as a senior front-end dev, yeah, but the CEO wanted everyone to return to office and CU comes in and out. I feel like it's micromanaging. Yeah, it sucks. I don't like that. That sucks. Cupcake says, long time no see. Hope you're well. The art is looking like an adorable burp. Thank you very much. I am well. Have you had any cool projects going on lately? It's been a minute since I've caught one of your streams. I usually see your posts on Twitter, I think, of what you've been working on. Sometimes on Instagram. Let's see. Already got another job interview soon. This hyper. Plan to switch jobs. The current situation's unfair. If I want to keep my vocab clean or neutral. Yeah, good. Good. I think studies have shown letting people be remote who want to be remote definitely makes them more productive. It just comes off as a power play when executives pull that nonsense. I agree. If your job can be done remotely and the worker really wants to, it's like, what's the harm? You know, as long as they're hitting their metrics, it's not that big a deal. Oh man. And like a lot of people like coming into the office, so just let them come in and let the people who don't want to not. It's fine. It's literally not a big deal. Alright, putting a little more shading down here. And on like the back of his other wing. And on the bottom side of his little tail. We'll get around to the black dots on his plumage. I'll probably do it off stream, honestly. That's going to take a lot of focus. These things have speckles for days. Gotta head to sleep. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for hanging out, Fireball. It was good to see you. Sleep tight. You as well, Clef de Soul. I'm gonna wrap up pretty soon, too. Weirdly enough, my new remote job is close enough to me. I could literally walk there. Really funny to me. Oh, wow. That's funny. How weird. But you just like don't have to, so it's like irrelevant. But I guess if there was like an emergency that required your hands manning the helm, as it were, you could just go over there. That's really funny. But like, what situation would that come up? I don't feel like that's the type of job you have, right? There we go. I do not drive very much at all anymore. So I'm always a little concerned about my car's battery having issues. I try to like at least go, you know, grocery store and like post office and all that, so that helps. I just don't want the battery to die all the time. Okay. Yeah, this looks nice. Let me catch up here. Oh, Fireball Kitsune redeemed. Ooh, big stretch. Thank you, I will. Ooh, my mom is a manager who's like that. She tried to make things up like claiming the city wants them back on site when he said the opposite among other things. Oh, that's not good. Oh no, it's fax time! You can't wrap up without a visit from Uncle John's Book of Shenanigans. Yeah, that's what they call it. UJ's BOS. None of the clients are there, so it's like, what would I even do, says Toby. What indeed? Alright, let's see. What shall we read today about fax? Strange lawsuits could be interesting. Okay, here we go. This one's about ginger. For years, cans and bottles of Canada Dry ginger ale have been emblazoned with the slogan, "Made from real ginger." In 2018, a British Columbia man named Victor Cardoso initiated a class action lawsuit against the soda's Canadian manufacturer, alleging false advertising. Cardoso claimed his family consumed heavy amounts of Canada Dry, assuming it was healthy because it said made with real ginger, and ginger has well-known benefits. Cardoso's lawyer, Mark Canofari, argued that Canada Dry is only barely made from real ginger. Quote, they do buy actual ginger, but then what they do is boil it in ethanol, so it essentially destroys any nutritional or medicinal benefits, Canofari said. That solution is made into a concentrate, he explained, one drop of which is dispersed into 70 cans of the soda. The outcome was that Canada Dry settled the lawsuit for $200,000, but did not have to admit any wrongdoing, and it did not remove made from real ginger on its packaging. Wow. Yeah, I guess technically, if real ginger's in there, they're not lying. I'm in an interesting sort of IT coding crossover job where I'm handling the online store for a bunch of places who sell in bulk to universities and other institutions, so what would I even do in the office? Ooh, strange lawsuits. The exact same thing, but your superior has more control over you. Well, thank you for redeeming bathroom reader facts, Kiwi. It's, you know, learning that birds' nose holes were called Ceres, it wasn't enough for me. But now I feel satisfied. Let's see, who should we send a raid over to? Lakaba really is perfect. Let me see what Lakaba's doing right now. Watching a cool ad. I get it's a honeymoon phase, but I feel very fortunate in my new employer so far. Small company, but around for a while, doesn't have the startup issues or big faceless corpo issues. Thank goodness. Uncle John's ginger ale facts. It has ginger in it, but it's also 80% sugar. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any soda that anyone would say is good for you. I think I'm gonna read Lakaba, since Lakaba draws parrots specifically. And it looks like they are literally starting a drawing right now, so that's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna send a raid over there. The message is, it's gotta be something to do with birds, right? I guess just a bird raid. Okay, bye everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. We just learned a bird factor, we're not in Lakaba's stream yet, says Masamune. Bird up! Alright, have a wonderful time. Goodbye, everybody. I will see you on Friday for the thing that I do on Friday, Wander Song. Goodbye! Don't forget to stay soggy! Meow, meow, meow.